It was a beautiful day in the spring of 2023. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and the flowers were in bloom. It was the perfect day for a walk in the park. Two young people, a boy and a girl, were walking through the park. They were both in their early 20s, and they were both students at the local university. The boy's name was John, and the girl's name was Mary. They had been friends for a few months, but they had only recently started dating. They were walking hand in hand, and they were talking and laughing. They were both enjoying each other's company, and they were both happy to be spending time together. As they walked, they came to a bench. They sat down on the bench, and they continued to talk and laugh. John looked at Mary and smiled. She was so beautiful, with her long, flowing hair and her sparkling eyes. He couldn't believe that he had found someone so special. "Mary," he said, "I have something to tell you." Mary looked at him curiously. "What is it?" she asked. John took a deep breath. "I love you," he said. Mary's eyes widened in surprise. "You do?" she asked. John nodded. "Yes," he said. "I love you more than anything in the world." Mary smiled. "I love you too, John," she said. They leaned in and kissed. It was a soft, gentle kiss, and it was full of love. They sat on the bench for a while longer, just holding each other and enjoying each other's company. Then, they got up and continued their walk. They walked for a while longer, and then they headed back to the university. As they walked, they talked about their future together. They talked about their dreams, their hopes, and their plans. They knew that they were young, but they were also excited about the future. They knew that they would face challenges, but they were confident that they would face them together. They walked hand in hand, and they were both happy. They knew that they had found something special, and they were determined to make it last. John and Mary continued to date, and their love for each other grew stronger every day. They were inseparable, and they spent every waking moment together. They went to the movies, they went out to eat, they went on hikes, and they just hung out at each other's houses. They talked about everything, and they always had a good time together. One day, John decided to take Mary on a special date. He took her to a beautiful restaurant, and they had a wonderful dinner. After dinner, he took her for a walk in the park. They sat down on a bench, and John looked at Mary in her eyes. "Mary," he said, "I have something to ask you." Mary looked at him curiously. "What is it?" she asked. John took a deep breath. "Mary, will you marry me?" Mary's eyes widened in surprise. "Yes," she said. John smiled and put the ring on her finger. They kissed, and they were both so happy. John and Mary were married a few months later. They had a small wedding, with just their closest friends and family. It was a beautiful day, and they were both so happy. John and Mary lived happily ever after. They had 2 children, a boy and a girl. They raised their children in a loving home, and they taught them the importance of love and respect. John and Mary were always there for each other, through good times and bad. They were best friends, and they loved each other more than anything in the world. If you like our story, Please like, share and do subscribe to our channel.